Man, what is the deal? What is happening and what is going on with my Raider family, man? You are back for another episode of the Raider Rundown, man. And today we are going to be discussing a multitude of things, man. We got to touch on the preseason game against the Cowboys, right? Getting a little bit about what went down after that, of course. And then we're going to be touching on what we got to look forward to this week, what we got to look forward to the next coming weeks, man, and start previewing things when the regular season starts getting underway, man. So without further ado, let's go ahead, let's get this intro started, and let's get the show cracking.
Oh, yeah, you got that, huh?
What's going on, man? Like I said, you are back for another episode of the Raider Rundown, man. And like I say, every Wednesday, man, we are on at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific time, man. So tell a friend if they're a Raiders fan, come holler at your boy, come join the Rundown Familiar, man. But without further ado, man, like I said, we're going to be touching on a multitude of topics today, man. First, we're going to be getting into the Cowboys game, right? What went down after that, all the news that we got after that. Also, man, we're going to be getting into the 49er game, man, getting into what we got going on for that and what we got to look forward to. So without further ado, man, you know how we do on each Raider Rundown segment, whether I got 100 or 1, man. We always got to go ahead and start with the first segment of the day, man. Got to hit with that roll call, man. Got to shout out the people that is in the building that's showing up, man. And remember, man, touch on the comment section if you are in the building and start touching on, some of the conversation that we got going on, man. But I got my guy Raider Paul in the building. What's going on, my guy Raider Paul, man? Taddy 707, man, representing. What's going on with you, my guy, man? Glad you guys in the building, man. I appreciate everybody that's showing up, man. I always got to give love to the chat, man. And of course, got to give love to the people who's present, who is up in the building, man. I appreciate everybody that is in the building today, man. But without further ado, man, like I said, we got to go ahead and start going over what went down for the Cowboys game. Oh, I'm getting some more, man. Got to go down what went over for the Cowboys game, man. And at the same time, you know what I mean? Update you on what's going on in the nation, man. So after that, man, let's go ahead and let's get into this, man. You know what it is, man. Man, we're going to touch on the Raider recents, man. What's been going on? What's the recent news, right? What do you guys need to know? So without further ado, I don't think we can start anywhere. Oh, I don't know if I have it. I don't think we can start anywhere, but we're going to go ahead and start with here, man. So right now, I'm going to tell you like this. Raiders starters will not be playing in the preseason finale. That's number one, right? Going to tell you that. I think everybody should know this, but if you don't know this already, the starters will not be playing, man. I think we're not going to be seeing a lot of guys. Now, it's going to be interesting to see what guys we do see, right? What guys are out there, because I don't know how it's – I don't want to say it like this. I hope it don't sound wrong, but, the information has been wishy-washy that we've been receiving, right, as far as who's going to be playing, who's not going to be playing, right, who's shooting up, all that other good stuff, right? Like, we're not getting the bulk of the whole thing. So, to me, it's like, okay, we got to kind of expect the unexpected when you're talking about what's going on with the Raiders right now and everything of that nature, because at the end of the day, man, we have no idea what this team is going to do. We have no idea what this team is planning, according to however they going with playing these people. So we got to expect the unexpected. So that's number one. I had the graphic. Don't know where it is, but I'll go ahead and just say it, man. Next important news, Colton Miller has been taken off the PUP list. Finally, right? Colton Miller is finally off the PUP list, and that right there is very, very encouraging news. Now, of course, we're not going to see him on Friday against the 49ers. He's definitely not going to be out there. But the fact that he's off the PUP list, the fact that he's available to start practicing, to start getting those reps, man, makes all the difference in the world, man. I am so excited to get him back. JPJ is back. He's off the red contact jersey. So at the end of the day, man, we're starting to get the O-line attacked. We're starting to get everybody back. We're starting to get healthy, right? As far as where we really need to get healthy, and that's the trenches. So that's very encouraging. I thought off of a few spots, this offensive line didn't play too bad. In my opinion, I think this offensive line is going to be cool. I know some people are worried about the offensive line. I understand that. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, not having two dudes one who is really going to be your starter, one that you slide in as a starter, that's big, bro. That's big not to have him. But I don't think we've done too bad as far as what we've seen off the O-line, man. I think the O-line has been solid. I'm not sitting here saying they've been all-star Pro Bowlers or whatever the case, but for who we have in there and for what we need to do, I think they've been real solid, man. So I can't really be too mad at what this offensive line has been doing off of the preseason. Like I said, off of a few spots. A few spots you can be concerned, but I think we've seen real promise in other spots, man. DJ Glaze, yet again, right? He continues to impress. Thayer Mumford's holding it down. You look around, right? Chris said it on our Sunday show, man. Cody Whitehair been playing well, in my opinion, right? Cody Whitehair has came in and he looked like a veteran. For real. And that's cool. You know what I mean? And I like to see him there because we know we have a rookie coming in, and if the rookie needs some help or if he's not performing right, we know we got a veteran behind him, right? So at the end of the day, I like the way Cody Whitehair been playing. Andre James, he's been playing well enough for me not to talk any type of shit. So at the end of the day, I can't say anything about Andre James. He's been doing his damn thing. Only one on the line that's been shaky, in my opinion, and that's Dylan Parham. I don't know. I've just seen him getting pushed back a tad. It'll be very interesting to see who plays on that offensive line as well. I want to see if some guys get reps, some guys don't get reps. I'm going to be looking very heavily, right? Like, for example, if Dylan Parham is out there come Friday, just sat there and showed the graphic, the starters aren't playing. So what does that tell you, right? If he's out there on Friday, or certain dudes are out there on Friday, and you just saw the starters aren't playing, that tells you what? The coaches are saying your ass is not playing right, in my opinion. That is the only way that somebody will be out there playing if you're slotted in as a starter. Meaning, hey, it's time to get that ish together. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be looking very heavy because, like we said, bro, the starters, are slotted out to play, but you know what this coaching staff has said one thing during this preseason and then turned around and it's not what it is. And that's not a slight. That's just truth. You feel what I'm saying? We got to speak the truth. So at the end of the day, we got to expect the unexpected. So I really want to see that. Like I said, man, I want to talk shit about Andre James. Trust me, I do. I want to, but I cannot. He's done well. Just my opinion. I think right now Dylan Parham is that weak spot, man. But got some more people up in here, man. What's going on? His stick. What's going on with you, dog? Salute to you, man. Glad you in the building. He says big factual. Our O-line healthy is slept on. Yeah, bro. For real. I think our O-line is not going to be a weak spot or a detriment. Like a lot of people think like this O-line gonna be a detriment. I don't think it's gonna be that. And I got some film right now. It's well documented, not even well documented. I wanted to draft a quarterback, whatever the case. I thought AOC should be the starter just based off of age, whatever the factor, right? But we got Gardner. We're gonna talk about that in a little bit, but we got Gardner, right? But I'm gonna detail in a little bit and show how sometimes he can skew some of the offensive line numbers. Meaning what? You running into trouble, not throwing when you need to throw, right? Being off time. A lot of stuff can play into how the quarterback plays can play into how the offensive line plays. Got to always remember that. So, you know, I'm going to show just a little bit of things here, but at the end of the day, man, these are things that maybe we can help the offensive line with, but I don't think they're going to be a detriment. So let me see. El Jefe Melvin, I see you in the building, man. I see you, man. Y'all did y'all thing, man. Trey Lance look good, bro, but it's preseason. Feel me? Man, my man Turf, dog. What's going on, Turf? Glad you in the building. Glad you could join your boy, man. Let me see what else we got going on. El Jefe Raider says it needs to be Colton, JPJ, James, Glaze, and Mumford. I don't know about putting Glaze at that guard, right? I might leave Glaze off the guard. Because I like him at that tackle, bro. He's doing his thing. And the only thing right now, I like him as a swing, right? He's doing his thing as a swing tackle just in case Colton can't make it all 17 games. We know we can slide Thayer to that left, put your boy to the right tackle, and I think that's good for year one. I don't want to overload your boy and do too much, but I think we're all right. His stick says white hair gonna hold it down until JPJ ready to start. Yeah, for sure. And I mean, if they slot JPJ week 1 and he starts and he takes off from there, that's what we want. But at the end of the day, you have a veteran for either guard spot that could come in, whether it be injury or somebody not playing well. I like Cody Whitehair and how he's been performing as of right now. The Tribe says Parham and James won't push anybody around in the run game. Now that I agree with. They got to get more active. They got to get more aggressive. They got to get stronger in the run game, bro. Both of them have been detriments in that. Like, we play Chris Jones, we play somebody that has a strong D tackle, strong nose tackle. We probably all sweating, right? Because we know what's about to go down. So at the end of the day, as of right now, I've seen Andre James be a little better. He's been a little better. Where I'm looking is Dylan Parham. Dylan Parham's got to be better, and he's got to ascend in what we need. Melvin says we need a quarterback. Ooh, don't get that started, man. Hey, look, I don't want to start talking about this because it's at least a year away. But at the end of the day, because we focus on this season, but bro, I mean, I'm just everything I'm hearing from different people is just like, bro, I need to prepare myself, right, for what's about to go down this year. Let's see, man. Let's see. So, looking at that, man, I think, like we was talking about, Colton Miller being back, huge detriment. I mean, not huge detriment, huge upgrade, huge advantage for this offensive line to get him back at this point now, right? You getting him back week left of practice in preseason. You get a break, but he'll be able to go full ramp for game planning, things of that nature against the Chargers, and we'll be full go, right? So that'll be good, bro. I'm happy and excited for that. So next news that we got to get into, right? The next topic that we're going to get into, but y'all let me know down below, first and foremost, how you feel about Colton Miller being back. I know a lot of y'all worry about the offensive line, but I just want to hear what y'all thought, man. Hear y'all thoughts. Hear what y'all talking about. But next news that we're going to get into, we got a signing coming in, right? Very interesting. But it is a player by the name of Deshaun White. The Raiders have signed the linebacker. He is from the USFL. Interesting that we made this signing before cuts as well. So, you know how we do here on the rundown, man. If we make a signing, we got to do anything, man. We got to give you the rundown on what's going on. You know what I mean? What the stats looking like, what his last year was looking like, all type of stuff, man. So let's look as we look here, right? When he went to Oklahoma, as we see, right, 6 feet, 225 pounds. So good size, right? Good, pretty cool size for a linebacker. When you're looking at his career at Oklahoma, looks like he played. Looks like he played about 5 years, right? Looks like he played about 5 years there at Oklahoma. Looking in them 5 years, came up with about 258 tackles, 5.5 sacks, 2 interceptions. So he graduated in 2022. Now from there, I believe he bounced around a little bit, went to the UFL, right? Or the USFL or whatever you would like to call it there. And then from there, got 9 tackles there at the UFL, but did enough to get signed here. Am I expecting something crazy from here? Nah, not really. Not gonna be expecting anything super crazy. But at the end of the day, man, it's some more bodies. It's interesting how they signed him now. We're gonna be talking about this a little bit because we're gonna go over it. But Amari Gaynor has been playing his ass off, so very interesting to see how they made it sign. I don't think it's anything for the linebacker room, but just had to give you the rundown on what's going on. So the Raiders have signed Deshaun White. like I said, I don't foresee anything crazy coming from him. I think the linebacker room is pretty much set. But at the end of the day, might be somebody that can contribute in the special teams and do all that, man. So you already know what's going on. Leo, what's going on, man? What's up, family? Glad you in the building, man. El Jefe says we got to get the youngest reps. We're on the verge of building really something. Yeah, no, for sure. And I think, guys like JPJ, if he healthy, he got to get out there. You know what I mean? I think the rookies definitely got to play. I don't care what round. You feel what I'm saying? You are now Brock Bowers. They probably gonna play that off like an injury. Understandable. But everybody else, like JPJ, he a second rounder, bro. He ain't played. I think he should play for sure. Let's see. AP going live at 8:45, huh? Okay, we might get some extra stuff. Okay, we might go ahead and listen to what AP's talking about here at the presser at the same time. Break it down as well. Gunsmoke in the building. What's happening, my dog, man? Glad you could make it as well. So talked about all that, man. Next thing we are going to go ahead and get into, we're gonna go ahead and talk about this right here. And this is this report. ESPN suggested that the Raiders should trade away Tyree Wilson, per the Jeremy Fowler report. That to me, very odd, very interesting. We'll go ahead and break it down, talk about it. I don't foresee that at all. You know what I mean? I know we don't really like Tyree. I get it. You know what I mean? He ain't showing what I needed him to show either. And I probably out of TRS, I've probably been the biggest supporter. Everybody's pretty much done, ready to cut that bait. But understand, you're not going to be able to trade this man this year at all. And there's still some upside there. I understand. Even if I say that, bro, some people is cringing at the word. But at the end of the day, bro, there's still some upside. You got to at least see. You gotta at least see what he can do for the rest of this year and see how it progresses. You feel what I'm saying? If it doesn't progress going into next year and we looking at this training camp and it's the same damn thing, well, number one, you're probably not gonna get no damn capital for him anyway. But then it's understandable to start having this conversation. But it's year 2, right? It's year 2, bro. I mean, you know what I mean? A lot of people will scoff, but at the end of the day, for some people, if I would have said, "Oh man, let's trade Ja'Cory Bennett, let's do it, let's get rid of him," don't sound right. Let's trade Aiden O'Connell. Don't sound right. Let's get rid of Michael Mayer. Don't sound right. We can't do it. Now, all them some of them examples, them is actually good people. Them is actually good players at this point, and they're going to contribute heavily. But at the end of the day, some dudes you just can't get rid of certain dudes after 1 year, right? You just can't do it. Not even certain dudes, any dude, really, any dude. That goes for, I think, any player. 1 year is not sufficeable evidence, or if that's even a word, if that evidence enough for you to say, all right, we can get rid of this guy after 1 year. Unless he's just like a dickhead, he's just a screw up. Like, other than that, bro, like I don't see the benefit in doing that. Number one, you're probably not gonna get you're never gonna get the return back on investment that you just had. You feel what I'm saying? You're never gonna get that. Secondly, bro, like I said, I still think there's still something there. I still think there's something there. You can get something. Now, I'm not sitting here telling you that this man is going to become a Hall of Famer or anything like that. But I think to just say, all right, bro, we're just going to get rid of him, whatever the case, and not really see what you can do with a full year of all this training and all this, going to be very interesting. I already know, man. I already know what people is going to say. I'm not even looking at the comments right now. And I can feel the hate through the screen. But I don't think it's right to be having this type of conversation right now, bro. Can't even do it. Hit Stick says, I know you talking about Deshaun. Yeah, I ain't never heard of him either, but we'll see. But like I said, but you also said T Will probably going to be out the league in about 2 years if he doesn't show any progress in his development. That'd be interesting. I'm glad you said that. Maybe, right? I mean, you talk about out the league, bro. You gotta think about this, right? It's same as basketball to me, bro. You get a dude that size, somebody gonna take that flyer, bro. Somebody gonna take that flyer. It's the attributes at the end of the day. As attributes in football for sure, you're gonna always get a guy to be like, man, this one 6-something, unless he continues to be pure garbage. But at the end of the day, there's like a snail's pace worth of progress that I've seen this year. A snail's pace, right? He's done a couple things, like, and when I say a couple things, I mean like a minute number of things in the whole general scope of shit. He's done just a little bit where I've been like, all right, bro, there's a little bit of progression, but you know what I mean? It's not enough to where we're looking at this year and we're like, all right, there it is. There's the 13th, right? There's that first round shit that everybody was talking about. So I definitely don't think we've seen that. But I don't think we've seen enough where I'm like, oh my God, like, right, just pure garbage. And it has been pure garbage at times. But you know what I mean? At the end of the day, still, it's year 2, bro. It's year 2. Can't do that. Leo says trade JB. Dep don't sound right. You see what I'm saying? Like 1 year is crazy. That's wild, bro. You got to give at least, like, for a dude to really show true potential, it really takes 3 years. Some dudes don't get 3 years. That's just the nature of the beast, right? But it takes 3 years to see true, to see a rookie go from what they're gonna be as a pro. 3 to 4 years. That's what it takes. And that's everybody. Tyree is showing effort. No return on a trade. Yeah, I mean, it's effort. There's effort, right? I know a lot of people are gonna sit there and say there's no effort. There's effort. You know, it's just slow as shit. It's just prime example. You feel what I'm saying? The Trey Lance shit. There's effort, right? It's just misdirected. Like, I don't know what you're doing. At the end of the day, bro, like, I don't know how to really break it down on what he needs to do, bro. I mean, there's a multitude of things he needs to do, but at the end of the day, it just, I don't know. It's been a whole off season of training, a whole this, a whole that. So I just want to know, you know what I mean? Where's the training? When is it all going to pay off? We got to see that. Definitely got to see that. El Jefe says he's got to show something because we could have Jalen Carter with us. Yeah, he could have Jalen Carter with Wilkins and Max. Yeah, that's real dirty. It's real dirty. Look here, man. Understand. If you go back into my videos, you'll see I said, hey, don't pick Jalen Carter. I said that. And the reason I said that is because we had Josh McDaniels as a coach. No. Can you imagine having Jalen Carter in that trash-ass first 8 weeks? Ooh. But if this was AP, 100%, I would have said do it. I'd have said grab him immediately because I know a dude like AP going to wrangle that in. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to wrangle that horse in, bro. Josh McDaniels wasn't going to be able to do that. AP, on the other hand, different situation. I'd have been 100% in to do it. You feel what I'm saying? And looking back at it now, right, in hindsight, if you would have known Josh McDaniels going to get fired, we're going to end up with AP, well, you goddamn right. You select him 10 out of 10. But didn't know that, right? We didn't know that. McDaniels knew it. Ziegler knew it. Can't rein that in, bro. We ain't equipped for that. We not equipped for that type of shit right there. You know what I mean? You and we all understand. You feel what I'm saying? The type what AP would bring to a player like that versus what Josh McDaniels would have brought to a player like that. So at the end of the day, bro, we wasn't in a position. But hindsight, yeah, bro, you could have had Jalen Carter. And for sure been wrecking shit right now. For sure been wrecking shit. Tyree Pig says Tyree needs to do something different to change his mental. Maybe go to a hypnotist. Look, bro, I don't know, bro. I don't know what it is, dog. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the aggression that needs to get better. Maybe it's the want to, the will. I don't know. I don't know. And we can't really pinpoint it at the end of the day, but you know, something needs to change. He's still young, year 2. But for real, why continue to give Tyree reps and show nothing? Meanwhile, Aiden gets no reps now. I mean, 100% about Aiden getting no reps, but I mean, at the end of the day, he lost that battle, so it is what it is. Tyree, on the other hand, he's part of a position group that's going to be constantly rotating. You feel what I'm saying? That position group, as far as D lineman, you don't just play 4 people and then that's it. You already know. You got to play a multitude. You got to be able to have that damn near like a basketball team on that damn D-line. Feel what I'm saying? You got to have your starting five, and then you got to have your 6-man and your bench players, all type of shit on that D-line. So he's got to progress because he's going to play. He's not going to start, but he's going to play 100%. He's going to be in there sometimes with the first, with the seconds. You feel what I'm saying? He's going to be rotating 100%. So I don't know if we drafted Jalen. I don't think we signed Wilkins. You out your mind, Leo. You out your goddamn mind. I'm sorry. Hey, look here. I'd have still did it. I'd have still had Wilkins. Do you understand what this D-line is now? Adam Butler is now behind either Jalen Carter or Christian Wilkins. You feel what I'm saying? You still got John Jenkins. Lord help me. But it's okay. You feel what I'm saying? We still on to different things. But at practice yesterday, AOC was getting reps in as much as Minshew. Very interesting. And we're going to talk about this right now. I'm glad you brought it up. And my dog Leo was at the practice. My dog Turf was at the practice. I'm glad you brought it up, man. So we're going to go ahead and touch on this now. As everybody knows, the Raiders have signed Gardner Minshew named Gardner Minshew as the starting quarterback. Everybody knows. The news is out there. No secret, right? This is who we rolling into the season with. But got to talk about that. My solo opinion on that, I was surprised by the decision. I thought it would be Aiden just by the fluidness of the offense as it looked with Aiden in there. I thought this is just my opinion. I thought the offense looked a little smoother with Aiden in there. Didn't look so sporadic. Now, we didn't get the splash. We didn't get the wild plays. That's for sure. But I thought the offense looked a little more fluid with Aiden in there. Now, going into it, right, I start to hear other sides of the coin, right, and I start to think the experience factor going in, the deep ball ability as well. I mean, Gardner displayed him a willingness to go downfield more than Aiden did. And then first 4 weeks is going to be turmoil. A lot of turmoil going into that. A lot of turmoil, a lot of turbulence in that first 4 weeks, right? We're going to have to be able to right the ship, get some good plays. We're going to have to be able to have some experience leading into some of these hostile situations. So I understand, right? I definitely understand. And last but not least, bro, I think that pick six did it. I ain't going to lie, bro. I know a lot of people want to discard that, but honestly, bro, something tells me it's just my football, right, sense, whatever the case you want to call it, that pick six had a lot to do with the decision because it was ugly, right? And because of the way it looked, because of when it happened, right? A lot of factors went into that. You got to understand, bro, like I wasn't in the building, but I could, through the screen, if you was in the watch party, the energy was cool, right? We just scored a touchdown. He just led a good drive. So at the end of the day, you sitting there, you're like, all right, me personally, I feel good, right? Because Gardner just played. He didn't look all that great. So I'm like, all right, well, Aiden just went down there. The offense looked crisp. Boom, 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 down there. All right, touchdown. Cool. I'm feeling good, right? Not saying because I want AOC to be the starter, but I'm like, it feels like the quarterback thing is done. When you throw that pick, boom, we're winning. You're winning the game, and then boom, you go from winning the game to all the momentum is gone, zapped from the crowd, and now you're losing, right? Boom, you're doing that. 2, it's against motherfucking third stringers. No matter how you slice it, bro, them dudes that was playing, most of them dudes that was playing against AOC probably ain't gonna be playing. At the time he was playing in that third quarter, bro, not a lot of them Cowboy dudes is probably gonna be on that team. There's probably gonna be some cuts going on, right? So it's like, what's going on there? And thirdly, bro, it's just the decision itself, right? If you look at it from all angles, all 22, TV, whatever the case you want to do, right? That shit was ugly. Like, I don't know what he was looking at. I don't know why he stared down his receiver. You got a running back in the flat over there, but it was just predetermined. But, a lot of people pointed out, this is what happens when you're not pushing the ball downfield. Right? You got to push the ball downfield. And I don't think he did that. But to wrap all this up and wrap this long soliloquy up to tell you this, either way it goes, I'm not really confident in the quarterback situation, regardless if AOC would have won or not. I'm like, we'll see. right? But even with that, I would say, Gardner has probably the first 4 weeks, even though he's the starter, I don't think he's the de facto, like, full 17 game starter, though. That's my opinion. I think he got the first 4 weeks to try out, right the ship, get it correct. If he don't, it's going to be a lot of AOC chatter. A lot of AOC chatter if Gardner don't come out here and perform in the first 4 weeks. So I could see a scenario in this season where both of these quarterbacks have taken starter reps, right? And in the grand scheme, you know what they say in football. For all of us that have been around it, you know what they say. If you have two quarterbacks, you have what? None. That's just what it is, bro. Like and that shit is as true as I don't know what. It's as true as the test of time, bro. If you have two quarterbacks, you don't have one. You have zero. You got zero. That's just what it is. If you got two dudes playing in the season, bro, and one dude's playing so terribly that you got to switch out the other dude for him, it's already looking ugly. So the hope is Gardner come out here in these first 4 weeks and we're fucking rolling. You know what I'm saying? 2-2, 3-1. Those are acceptable for me in the first 4 weeks. I'm cool with that. I'm not gonna sit here and fuck around and say we can go 4-0. That's unrealistic. I can be cool with 3 and of course 3-1. We'd be like, oh, we'd be over the moon, right? But 2-2, I'll be fine. In no circumstance can you sit here and give me 1-3, 0-4. Oh, at that point, it's a problem. It's a fucking problem. If we're 1-3 or 0-4 in them first 4 games, considering how hard them first 4 games are, not even to stretch it out, how hard the rest of the first half of the season is. You know what I'm saying? That first half of the season, you go from the first 4 games, those are tough, but then you still got some other tough games in the next 4. That first half is hard. It don't start getting easy to the next half. So I gotta see it. Right? I got to see it. Like I said, 2-2, acceptable. Acceptable. 3-1, you over exceeded my expectations. If you go anything over 2-2, you over exceeded my expectations at that point. You feel what I'm saying? 3-1 is over exceeding. 4-0. Hey, Super Bowl, baby. I'm on this bitch talking erratic if we going 4-0. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But still, right? Still. 2-2. We gotta be realistic. That's all we need from Gardner, right? And this is the next thing, right? Turnovers. The turnovers will be the big key on what's going on, right? Because let's not even get into let's not even lie and say it like this. I saw Gardner almost throw a pick last week too, and them wasn't Dallas starters either. So, you know what I mean? It's ugly. It's ugly. So as of right now, the quarterbacks have given us nothing. Neither. Even if AOC would have won the job, I would have said the same thing. I would have been like, he's cool, but he ain't done nothing spectacular. You feel what I'm saying? He's done all right. Done okay. I still said it, even if he would have won, I'm not sitting here saying he was a franchise dude either. So we still got some things to do. Let me see. Oh, Huey P in the building, man. What's going on, man? How you feeling? Hit Stick says low-key getting the vibe that this season is going to be quarterback carousel between GM and AOC both being starters throughout the season. That's never a good sign or a good look in regards to getting dubs. Nah, you already know, bro. You know what I'm saying. You got 2 quarterbacks, you got 0. But El Jefe says, yeah, AOC is by far the better passer, but he is a statue. Yeah, he's definitely. That's the knock, right? You saw some of that rear its ugly head in here too. Now he got rid of the football, made some good decisions, except the last one. But still that mobility factor was still a thing. Although I thought he got out of there a couple times, you looked a little quick getting at that tackle a couple times. I couldn't be too mad. His Stick agrees. Offense looked more in sync. Yeah, that's what I thought. Hold on, y'all give me 1 second. These dogs is looking at. So yeah, looking at that. Let me see. Son. Let me see what El Jefe's talking about. I think it's the money and philosophy problem. Signing Wilkins, I thought we were on track. Spend on defense and draft quarterbacks till you hit on one, which was my philosophy. Which was my philosophy. I would have been cool coming into the season, right? Because even if you didn't secure Jaden Daniels, right, like you wanted or whatever the case, still get you a late round one, see what it looked like, see if he hits. If he don't, you got AOC, you still got Gardner at the end of the day. It is what it is. But I wanted to draft one. I definitely wanted to draft one. I see why people saying like you don't want to, you know what I mean? Nobody wanted to trade up. Nobody wanted to trade with us in order for us to do that. But the way it's looking right now, it might as well. You got to bite that bullet at some point, bro. You got to bite that. And I continue to say it here on the rundown, man. If you're looking for the Raiders should draft the quarterback content, you're here for that. You're here for the right place. Because been saying it, bro. We're kicking this can. We've been kicking this can down the road, right? Honestly, if you want to be honest with yourselves, we've been kicking this can down the road for more than 2 years. Wink, wink. But at the end of the day, we still been kicking this can down the road. At the end of the day, bro, it's time to get a franchise dude. And if he's a mid franchise dude, that's cool. And if you can build a team around him and somehow get lucky to get that great roster to uphold a mid-ass quarterback, then sure, you can do that. But think about it. How many of them teams be winning? And before you sit there and give me a early 2000s reference, right, I want a newer reference of a mid-ass quarterback, right? And I'm talking mid. To me, Brock Purdy is mid. He's just a slight above mid. But at the end of the day, bro, I'm talking mid, right? I'm talking Trent Dilfer's mid, right? When the last time a team has won a Super Bowl with a quarterback of that nature in the modern era? I just want to know. Right? In the modern era, when the last time? So I ain't seen too many. I think at this point, yeah, you're not gonna hit on a Patrick Mahomes. You're not gonna hit on Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen every draft, or you're not guaranteed to get one of those. But at the end of the day, bro, the whole draft is Russian roulette. Shit, you better start pulling the trigger till you get one. At the end of the day, bro, that's all I'm saying. So, yeah, I understand. Oh, you're not gonna get that every day. You're not gonna get that. You're not gonna get that every draft. We know that. But that's every position. Shit, we drafted somebody 13th overall. That motherfucker don't look good right now, right? So at the end of the day, bro, it's all a crapshoot. Just by biting that bullet. It is what it is. But let me see what he's talking about. A lot. This is the one I wanted to talk about. This is the thing. But because a lot of good comments in here. I'm seeing what you guys are talking about. But I know the AP presser is coming on. So let me go ahead and get myself ready for that. If I come on this motherfucker, one thing is for sure, and I'm putting this out there. I am going at however I'm going to do it to try to get on the Raiders social media team, try to get on something with the Raiders right now. Obviously, I'm going to tone it down from the certain stuff you see here. But at the end of the day, right, got to get with the Raiders, man, because all that floating screen shit, I hate when they do these pressures, bro. But on to the press.
First told me about it when we went to California, like, okay, cool. You know, I thought it was kind of cool. Then I realized how cool it was that it was going to be a series. So, man, we, on all our televisions, we've been watching and doubting. We were doubting today. And, you know, at the end of the day, man, they put a great effort in. They represented, you know, Nevada well, and we're proud of them. Good set. Last thing, appreciate all the alumni and everybody coming out. There'll be about 250 of those gentlemen out there. And there's nothing like our alumni being around. Our team loves it. And we'll show for my practice. All right, thank you guys.
Oh, damn. I probably missed the whole damn pressure. So, yeah, y'all going to have to fill me in on what he was talking about because definitely I probably done missed the whole damn thing. Let me see. It was only 8 minutes? It was only like 6 minutes? Oh, then he probably didn't even say anything, bro. I'm not even going to lie. He probably didn't even say anything about this pressure. We got a pressure, but the shit was only like 5 minutes. So, he probably didn't say anything too crazy, honestly. Minshew not playing, of course. We knew that. That answers the question. I mean, he's the starter, so he wouldn't play. So everybody that want to see AOC, oh my God, bro. Listen here, we're gonna say this now. Disclosure, bro. Don't be toxic on Friday, bro. And Turf, I'm looking at you too. Don't be toxic, bro, because we know Minshew not playing. AOC probably gonna be out there. You're gonna make a couple throws. Don't get in this motherfucking comment section acting rowdy. All right, because you see him, he done lost already. It's too late. So don't get in here making a fool of your goddamn self, talking about, oh, see, look, there it is. That's why he should have been starting. That's it. Nah, bro, it's over. Right? It's over. Let it go. All right, let the shit go. So at the end of the day, that's where we at. That was one disclosure we had to give right there. But kind of missed the pressure. I don't think he said anything too major. I mean, it's a 5-minute pressure, bro. He's probably tripping. JPJ might play week 1. Might is interesting. I think he'll play. The fact that he's off all those, restrictions, not on the red not on the red non-contact. I think he'll be all right. I think we'll go ahead and get it. We'll get him week 1 for sure. But back to the conversation at hand. So now, look, that even plays in. So let's see, man. Back to the conversation. We talking about the quarterbacks, right? If you look, El Jefe's right in the grits. Look at our division. All rivals drafted first-round quarterbacks. I've been well documented to say I did not like Bo Nix. He's won that starting job over there in Denver. Okay. That he had to beat out Zach Wilson and Jarrett Stidham. So at the end of the day, I would hope that a motherfucker they drafted in the first round can beat out Zach Wilson and Jarrett Stidham, right? You would hope. If he didn't, then they would have bigger problems. But at the end of the day, hey, congratulations for that, right? They got their starting quarterback at least. But at the end of the day, they bit the bullet. They did it. You know what I mean? Foresee to see how it works out. If it works out, hey, I eat crow, and hopefully it don't. But you know what I mean? If it works out, good for them. But they bit the bullet. They did it. And they're probably going to continue to do it. They're going to give Bo Nix some time, right? Because he's a first-round dude. They'll give him some time. If he's not the guy, they'll go probably have another coach and go right into doing the same thing. You feel what I'm saying? That's probably what the game plan is. Look at the Chargers, bit that bullet. You look at the Chiefs, perfect example. They bit that bullet. But they were the perfect example of how you're supposed to do it. Damn near why they at where they at now. But Pig says hard to justify not giving Gardner the opportunity given he's being paid many millions. I mean, I guess. I mean, if you want to say that, but at the end of the day, bro, like we about to play games. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm not just because your boy is making millions. Like if I start 0-4 and my justification was, I had to play him because he was making $15 million, we gonna come out here and be pissed. AP said that shit. It's just reality of the situation. You feel what I'm saying? Reality of the situation. That price tag don't mean a damn thing if he can't do nothing on the grass. It don't mean nothing. So yeah, the 15 mil, cool. I mean, that's incentive, but at the end of the day, bro, like that is not why he started. I don't think, in my opinion. Honestly, I'm still shocked that he started. I just thought the offense looked better. And I've been said, I think Gardner's better suited to come in for AOC rather than AOC come in for Gardner if something was to go down. My opinion. Let's see. Huey says we wanted Michael Penix, but ATL surprised everyone taking him, or we'd have our QB. Guess what? Where did Atlanta pick? 9? Am I right? They picked 9. If they pick 9, this is why I don't accept shit like that, right? This is why I don't. Now maybe I'll hear it, later on down the road, and then now you'll be like, all right, that justifies it. But I don't accept shit like that because it's like, bro, if you wanted Penix that bad, you know what I mean? Now probably you were like, you don't know what's gonna go down. But there was a lot of rumblings about people taking Penix. Bro, we're at 13. This is about I think there was a couple teams in front of us that was gonna probably select. Why not move up to 7? I think with Tennessee, correct? They picked fucking J.C. Latham. Go somewhere. And now I'm saying that like it's easy as hell to do it. I'm saying like it's easy. But at the end of the day, bro, you ain't hear nothing about them being like, all right, we want Penix that bad. All right, let's move up, dog. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Let's just at least make a call. Let's see what the price tag is. Let's give it a shot. But nah, they didn't. I mean, at the end of the day, you ain't hear nothing like that. There's probably zeroed in on Jaden. Caleb. whisper, but he's probably not, of course not, right? But at the end of the day, they probably zeroed in on one dude, which, in my opinion, mistake. Huge mistake. If we'd have Penix right now, I was documented. I said I didn't want him for the injury fact. The injury shit was the only thing I didn't like. But I definitely think if in that draft class, as far as arm talent, he's damn near got the best arm talent in the draft class. Better than Jaden, for real. Damn near better than Caleb's. If he wasn't injury, if the injury tag wasn't on that motherfucker, bro, he's damn near one of the best. He's damn near the best quarterback in the class. He's probably the best quarterback in this room right now. If we would have drafted him. So yeah, I understand. You know what I mean? Atlanta pull shocked everyone. But if you wanted a quarterback that bad and you had, all them inclinations, bro, you would have did it. But then I thought about that, bro. The injury thing is probably what scared him, especially Telesco. Telesco probably got spooked at that injury shit, looking at his track record with the Chargers and all the injury-riddled players he selected for the Chargers back in the day, right? So he probably had PTSD looking at all that and probably didn't want to do it. So looking at that too. Let me see. GM looked Garbowski as fuck against the Cowboys. Yeah, bro. He did. I didn't think he looked that good, in my opinion. He looked, y'all can disagree or you can agree, but to me, bro, he looked nervous. Like, he looked sporadic on Saturday's game, bro. He didn't look comfortable. Not one snap. There's not one snap where I sat there and I was like, oh, yeah, your boy's comfortable. He's comfortable. He's in rhythm. You feel what I'm saying? Everything just looked nervous, looking around like, and it made me nervous. You feel what I'm saying? When he's throwing that pass, legit, you can go back in the watch party, bro. I think it's about like 2 plays before Gardner almost threw that interception. I told Chris, he don't look right. Your boy looked nervous. He making me nervous. He about to do some shit. Boom, almost interception. You can always tell, right, when the quarterback ain't in rhythm or he just don't look right. That's when the feet start getting a little jittery. You feel what I'm saying? You looking in the pocket, the feet start getting like this, pitter-pattering. Head starts swiveling back and forth 50 miles an hour. You get what I'm saying? So it's very interesting, though, to see how they were still like, oh, yeah, we feel comfortable. But I don't know. Hey, at the end of the day, I keep saying it, that pick 6 was the deciding factor. Pick 6 was the deciding factor, but then I don't think that's too much of a difference from one getting picked and one that was really a terrible decision that should have got picked. I don't think it's too much of a difference. Guard dog too short to see over the line at times. In a real game, it affects the velocity and angles of the throw. Is he? I don't know how big he is. I thought he was pretty big. Well, not big, but I thought he was. I didn't think he was like Russell Wilson shorter than. Pig says, I believe in O'Connell. Would have started in week 1 over Jimmy G last season. Oof. I mean, can't really be mad at that argument. Can't be mad at that argument. GM the starter now, so I'm rocking with him for now. For sure. That's where I'm at. He the starter. So that's why we talk about him considerably, right? Talking about him considerably. Bro, this fan base so emotional. First interception or loss, they will want AOC in. Yeah, 100%, bro. This is what I'm saying, bro. Especially Friday. If AOC plays, don't you, as far as, we can't control the whole nation, but as far as run down familiar, bro, up in here, up in this section, don't be getting toxic on Friday if your boy looks good, right? If AOC looks good, don't start getting toxic and be like, this is why we should have started him and doing all this. Like we said, got to let it go, right? Like, remember when Carlos Boozer had that spray on hair? Gotta let that shit go, my boy. You gotta let that shit go. It just don't, it's not right. Right? You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's just like that. Don't be Carlos Boozer. All right, don't be that. We looking. Turf says, I don't see a QB issue at all. It's Minshew, and that's the only thing. And that's it. Only he gets hurt. Only if he gets hurt. Right. I got you. Yeah. For sure. Huey P says, facts. If we go 0-4, might as well put AOC in. 100%, bro. If we go 0-4, it's over. I mean, I'll be chanting that same shit. I'll be right with Turf because I know he gonna be right there saying it too. I'll be right there. 0-4. Oh yeah, bro. There is no. Because I know what dudes like Chris, Severe, and all these. You know what I mean? I hope they don't say this. I would hope. But I come out here and be like, nah, you gotta give him time. You got to give him time, right? He's got to get the rhythm. Just give him time. You don't want to make a quarterback change now. Honest, bro, what? It's 0-4. You feel what I'm saying? Like, there is no more time. This man's a veteran. It's over. So I would immediately go into that if that happened. But like we said, 2-2 is what we need. Bare minimum for the first 4 games, man. 2-2, I can live with that. I can live with 2-2. 3-1, oh, you done exceeded my expectations. Feel what I'm saying? 4-0, oh, we coming out here talking mad shit. It is what it is. El Jefe says, I would rather see GM run for a first down than force a pick or incomplete into coverage. 100%. 100%. Now, all this mobility factor that everybody was talking about, that's going to need to be on display 100% because I would rather, like you said, I would rather see him use the legs than use his arms, bro. I'm not really too keen to seeing Gardner Minshew try to make all these improvised plays and shit like that with his legs and arm. Just use one or the other. Run if you got to run. You know what I mean? There's been times where you can maybe hit something on the run, but on the run where he's starting to throw is when he gets dangerous. That's when the danger zone starts to happen, right? And then you start to see all the errant throws or the missed interceptions. So got to be careful and got to be strategic with how he uses it coming into the season. This was to answer my question to say, what's the last mid quarterback to win, right? Where the roster held him up, but the quarterback was mid. And you said Stafford. I disagree, bro. Stafford is that dude. I would argue to you that Stafford is a top 5 quarterback in this league. I'd argue to you. Bro, you can say what you want to me. You feel what I'm saying? I've seen Matt Stafford play for a while. Stafford is like that. And I think Huey P said this right here. I would no doubt. Look here, bro. If the Rams wanted to give us Matt Stafford right now, you know how I get down, right? Let me go ahead. I don't even need no draft picks, bro. You can go ahead and slide us a Costco hot dog. And I'll take Matt Stafford, you feel what I'm saying? And you can have AOC in the first. I swear to God, I would take this man right now, right? They don't have to give us anything. They don't have to give us anything but Matt Stafford and maybe, a stick of Wrigley's. That's all they got to give me. And we'll be just fine. Matt Stafford is real, bro. So at the end of the day, I don't know. I just, in my opinion, bro, we probably all know what this situation is. We're all so optimistic still because of the roster, and I think the roster is good. I really, really do. I think the roster is really good. But the most important position can hinder that. And I think we all kind of got that gut feeling. I know we don't want to say it, bro. I don't want to say it either because the season's only a week away, but we all got that gut-ass feeling, right? And you know what that feeling is. This quarterback situation is ugly, right? So I don't know how this gonna go down, bro. I know we all got that gut feeling like it's probably some shit that we're gonna have to address. But for right now, we are going to really lift and uplift anybody that is starting right now. Gardner is starting, so we're going to uplift him. Hopefully he takes us to where we need to go, right, and do what we're doing. But, yeah, bro, that can is getting kicked down the road more and more. Chris Face was nervous, too. GM did look nervous in that game. You see what I'm saying, man? It's what and this is the next thing that we got to bring up. But I see a lot of people in here, man, so I don't want to leave. Starting to get all the people. Oh, man, my guy, Billy Davis, what's going on, man? Glad you in the building. What's happening? Raiders Rebel, man, my guy Eric. Raiders Hater Hunter, man, what's going on, man? Salute to you, my guy. Raiders Rebel says he pretty much said because of his infectious character and his experience, but Brian Hoyer had more experience than anybody. Look where that got us. I mean, and the personality could go a long way, but I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like I said, it's still the same thing. It is what it is, bro. They wouldn't trade with us, though. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's a bad situation all around. It's a bad situation all around for us. But at the end of the day, I think, like I just said, bro, I think we all know what's going down. I think we all got that gut feeling. That this situation is nasty. We're probably kicking this can down the road, and we're probably going to be using the hashtag that I had for us come towards the end of the season. Hashtag call Dion, man. I don't give a fuck what nobody tells me. I don't care what nobody tells me. All right, my eye test does not deceive me. Call Dion. I don't give a damn at this point. But that's only if, and if and only if the season goes to shit. If anything, bro, if we're starting 2-2, 3-1, oh, I'm good. You feel what I'm saying? I'm still good. But at the end of the day, got to see how it looks too, right? Got to see how it looks. I think, I think we just got to see how Gardner does at the end of the day. And then shout out to Kilpy. He said, "What's the problem? I think me and AP, the actual coach, agreed on the starter. How is that?" Yeah, funny, man. At the end of the day, bro, like I said, Gardner is the guy. We got to uplift Gardner, and we hope he does what he's supposed to do. But even then, I know I like to have the tough conversations, but even then, right? What would it take for y'all to say that Gardner Minshew is a franchise quarterback? Right? What? Because that's the next question that we got to have now that he's the starter, right? What does it take for you to say, oh, this guy's a franchise quarterback? And a franchise quarterback, to me, categorizes as somebody that's going to be here for 5 or 10 years, right? 5 or 10. That's a franchise dude. You feel what I'm saying? So how confident now that he's the starter do we sit there and say, oh, yeah, that's the guy, bro, that's the guy? I understand, he's the guy for now, but, right, what does he have to do in your eyes for you to be like, oh, yeah, bro, keep this man long term? Because now that's the discussion we're having now. That's literally the discussion we're having. And guess what, folks? I'm going to be honest with you. Even if this is AOC, I'm going to be saying the same thing. And I'm going to say this. Mediocrity ain't going to fly no more. That shit's not flying no more. It's a wrap. It's a wrap, right? Like I said, there's only so far a mid-ass quarterback can take you. Only so far, right? So, once again, mediocrity will not be tolerated no more. It can't be. It cannot be. If you're going to do what we're setting out to do, and that's make the playoffs and finally fucking bring success back to the organization, then mediocrity ain't going to be fucking tolerated, bro. It cannot be. So, at the end of the day, what's the criteria here? Because we all got to have standards, bro. If you're married, you had standards at one point. Your husband or wife met them standards, correct? You got a girlfriend or boyfriend. They got to be meeting them standards, or whatever you're doing in the cover of night. They got to be meeting your standards, right? So at the end of the day, it ain't no difference here. Ain't no difference. You got to have standards. So what is the standard for Gardner Minshew? That would be the next question that I would have right there. Cam Ward, I'm looking at with a magnifying glass, and I'm going to be looking through his game with a fine tooth comb, because that's another dude that I'm interested in. But I got to see what he gives me at Miami, bro. I got to see what he gives me at Miami. But I'm going to be looking at his game. I'm definitely interested. I'm interested, but I got to see. Dion's under the microscope too. Hey, at the end of the day, bro, yeah. Shador under that microscope too. Both of them. I need a lot of them are, because I need to see if Shador can improve. But Kilpy says if we get to the second round being like 11-6, and that is your standards for Gardner Minshew to stay, he hasn't. This could be the dude. I like that. That's good standards right there. That's pure, right? If somebody sits there and tells me 9 games, come on, bro. 9 games, that's all? That's all you want from your starter? Nah, fuck that. I need more than that. 11-6 in second, that's good standard right there. In order for me to sit there and say, oh, yeah, he's a long-term dude, anything less than that, still a question mark, in my opinion. And I think that's fair. Minshew would have to take us into the playoffs and make a run. What did Baker Mayfield do last year? What did Baker Mayfield do? I think he has to do what Baker Mayfield did last year. That's where I'm at. In order for me to be comfortable with him starting another year after this year, he got to do what Baker Mayfield did with the Bucs last year. Plain and simple. Now, some people could say, what if he did what he did with the Colts? The Colts didn't make the playoffs. So that's not going to work. Not going to work. And a lot of eyes, right, and Raider eyes, we would say, this roster is good enough to make the playoffs, correct? Got to do it. It's got to get done. What up, Chris? What's happening with you, man? Glad you in the building. Just another DJ says, yes, sir. Regardless how the season plays out, Shedeur Sanders needs to be the QB next year. Call Dion, man. Y'all know what time it is with me. But at the end of the day, I think even if so, get this, right? Get this. And this is we'll go into fantasy scenario right now. Say Gardner gets his 8 or 9 games, right? Which is good. 8 or 9 games you can live with. 8 games because it matches your win total of last year at least, right? 9 games, you at least improved a game, right? In your first true year as a head coach. So I could take that from AP 100%. As far as Gardner, that's still a question mark for me. So 9 games, I'm very, very sure, right? I'm damn near 95% sure. If we win 8 or 9 games, I'm going to be on this YouTube channel spitting to you that we got to trade up for a quarterback. 100% I'm going to do it. I know myself. And that's what's going to happen if it's 8 or 9 games. Why? Because it's mid. It's okay, right? 8 or 9 games gets you exactly where we just selected in the draft, right? Brock Bowers. And I misspoke earlier. I said something about the 13th pick. I meant 7th overall pick the year before. But at the end of the day, right, that gets you around 13 again, right? That gets you around 13. Trade up, bro. Trade up. That's 9 games, bro. I'm not seeing that, right? We could add another piece to the puzzle, but then is Gardner going to elevate that piece, right? Like, no, it's not, right? You got to continue to try to get that in. So at the end of the day, I'll see. Baker won 9 games. Oh, he won 9 games? Yeah, I can't say he the franchise dude after 9 games. Can't say that. 9 games is cool, though. That's cool. That at least, you know what? Gardner, if he won 9 games, I'd still be coming out here saying that we got to draft a quarterback. But at least if we drafted one, I could still say Gardner can start another year. I'd say that, right? I'd say that. I might say that. Now, does that help us in the draft? No. But I think we're only a couple free agent signings away from us being like really legit. Still think there's a couple more signings we need, but still some upgrades from being legit. And I think that comes in free agency for real at this point. The way the roster is constructed now. Now if the roster start getting moved around, and that's different. But we'll see off that point. But as of right now, man, I think we can rock with Gardner. Oh, never mind. AOC is not playing. Just got that news right now. AOC will not be playing on Friday. So that's interesting. Glad they took that out of the nation's hands, because y'all was about to be reckless with that. If AOC would have played on Friday, bro, y'all was about to be reckless with that type of information and all that to y'all disposal. Y'all didn't need that. We didn't need that. And AP knew if AOC came out there and started dotting shit up, right, we'd be sitting out here. Everybody would be talking. So he avoided that for sure. If Baker won, yeah, but shout out to Chris for saying that Baker won 9 games last year. He at least got to do that, though. He at least got to do what Baker did last year for me to at least say, all right, we can probably not have to move into like top 5 in the draft and see what falls to us. If we win 9 games, you still around that 13th range spot. But if you do anything less than that, yeah, bro, it's ugly. It's very ugly. AFC South is trash, though. That's the next thing. AFC South is trash. Very trash. But, man, that is the show. Real quick, though, that got one more topic. The whole thing that I did want to talk about, right? I almost forgot this topic. Didn't want to talk about Gardner starting. And another factor that I think helped Gardner get the start, like we said, with the deep balls, right? Him and Trey Tucker have had a nice little rapport in this preseason. Example showing here, right? 139 receiving yards in the preseason, 3 catches, 20 plus yards, all from Gardner Minshew. 3, whatever that last one, 3.3, 0.3. For the routes, that one don't matter. But you talking about the first 2, right? And bring it up again one more time. You talk about the 3 catches, right? For 20 plus yards, all from Gardner Minshew, and 139 receiving yards. That leads the NFL. Those are all Gardner Minshew. Those are all Gardner Minshew. Gardner and him have had a nice little rapport in the preseason, and I think that's kind of helped with him getting the job as well, because now you see him being able to utilize Trey Tucker, and that's somebody that I think they want to utilize as well, which they should utilize, right? I mean, Trey Tucker's going to have a monstrous season if he continues to progress the way he's progressing. So I'm going to be real intrigued to see what they can do together. I'm going to be real interested to see how him and Devontae look, because I have not seen that yet. Don't know what him and 17 look like. So that's going to be very, very interesting. I hope he doesn't try to spoon feed him the ball or things of that nature, but we'll see. But it's the Carter Bradley and Nathan Peterman show on Friday. So everybody get your popcorn ready, right? I want to see Carter Bradley, man. He was dotting shit up, right? He was dotting shit up last game, bro. So I'm not going to be too mad to see him. Nathan Peterman, I already know. But I want to see if Carter Bradley plays better than Nathan Peterman. A lot of guys I'm going to be watching for Friday. So saving that for tomorrow's show for Turf and Rundown, right? Because for Turf and Rundown tomorrow, I already know we're going to be running down the 49er game and going down who's going to be playing, who needs to play well in order to make this roster, man. You already know the cuts is coming up. So it's going to be a huge, huge show tomorrow. Shout out to you, Milka Beezy, man. Glad you made it. Let me see. Watch Carter Bradley light it up with 4 TDs, the way Carr did versus Seattle, and people start calling for him. Yeah, man, that'd be hilarious, wouldn't it? That'd be hilarious, bro. I can see it now. Baker won 9 games plus wild card game and played well versus Detroit. That's what I was thinking of. But this is the thing, though. The only reason, when Chris said the 9 games, only reason that I shuddered at the 9 games is because, do we think 9 games in the AFC is going to be good enough to make the playoffs? Now, this is the thing. We don't never know how the year shakes out, right? But 9 games in the AFC is tough. And you talking about making the playoffs, right, with 9 games. In the NFC, you like, all right, 9 games to get you in there. You know what I'm saying? You fuck around and damn near win your division with 9 games. But in the AFC, that's a little different. I mean, you definitely probably get a wild card or something. But, but if you can get in the wild card, win a game, still look good, maybe whatever the case, I could be fine with that. So let's just say, let's take Baker's division out of it. But at the end of the day, let's just take his individual season as a whole. Led the team to the playoffs, won a playoff game, got bounced in the second round. I can live with that, though. As far as your first year being here, I can live with that 100%. And those are lofty expectations for Gardner Minshew, but it all, like we said, it all depends on the first 4 games. He does have the talent to do so. Everybody's saying never been in this position, never had these weapons. Trey Tucker, as we just saw, him doing well, him getting better. So that's interesting. You see in Devontae Adams, Jacoby, all the guys we got, right? Even the running game. And, a lot, shout out to some of our guys in TRS don't think that, we'll be running the ball, but we're going to be running the air out of the ball. Guaranteed. Zamir White looks real good this year. I like the way that our run game was looking in the preseason when we did have it on versus the Cowboys. You saw it was 40-plus attempts. Like I said, if Gardner has 30-plus, 40-plus attempts in a game, we're in trouble. He should not be throwing the ball 30-plus, 40 times a game, bro. He shouldn't. So we're going to be running the ball, getting that play action involved, and being able to keep Gardner on rhythm. Being able to give him some easier reads at the same time. So I think we'll be okay if we can use those factors. But if we start getting behind and he got to start slinging that rock, that's where it starts getting ugly. So make sure you guys are hitting that like button, man. Hit that thumbs up for sure. I appreciate you guys coming in here, man. Chris says, I think Baker and Minshew are similar. Baker is more of a risky gunslinger. Yeah, 100%. But they're definitely similar. And Milka Beezy says the tight ends going to eat in this offense. Oh, yeah, bro. Yeah, everybody going to eat. Especially them tight ends, bro. Them 2 tight ends going to have a fucking field day this season. But that has been the show, man. I appreciate everybody, man. But you already know we got to give it to you like this, man. Last and final. What the hell was I going to say? Whatever. Oh, segment. Man, I'm over here tripping, bro. Hey, stay off the tree late at night, bro. Stay off the tree late at night. But at the end of the day, bro, last and final segment, which is so the final rundown, man. Final rundown. We got Gardner Minshew as the starter. We're going to see what goes down. As far as the Cowboys game, I'll give it to you like this. I see a lot of people that's tripping about that Cowboys game. It's fine, right? Defense, I think, is going to be good. That first-team defense is going to be legit. I'm not really too worried about it. I think they'll be all right. Depth is where we need to worry, but, you know, as the season progresses, I think this defense is going to show why we thought so highly of it, honestly. So, I'm cool with that. Offensive line is going to be all right. With Gardner, man, we just got to protect him from himself at some times. Easier said than done, but we'll be able to do that, man. I think we'll be able to do that. So at the end of the day, man, you already know what time it is. Make sure you guys hitting the like button. Hit that subscribe button if it's your first time here and you want some more content. And you already know what I say here on the Raider Rundown, man. We always keep it authentic here from the clouds to the ground here on the Raider Rundown. Y'all have a good rest of y'all week, and I'll see y'all tomorrow for Turf and Rundown. Until then, peace.
Oh, yeah, you got that, huh?